Let's go, it's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show.
Which final man that ain't got time to shake your hand? Get that side check, put it in pockets till I get back. Going downtown.
Battle Chasers is a new game from a company that I have never heard of, and that's kind of exciting. I'm going to tell you why, because taking inspiration from like the old school RPG games, and of course mixing in kind of like this anime style, and then being a dungeon crawler slash RPG, I guess those go together anyway. It's kind of a very different game. So you start off with these this trio of characters, and eventually get more characters to join your team and basically save the world. However, is it any good? We're gonna find out right now.
Which final man that ain't got time to shake your hand? Get that side check, put it in pockets till I get back. Going downtown.
The anime style is actually really well done. It could have been cheesy, and sure, you have some of the, you know, occasional big brawling guys and the big titty woman, but what's really cool about this game is it kind of mixes like a 2D and 3D together. It looks 2D, but it's actually 3D, so when you do special attacks, it's shown more 3D style, and also it does definitely heavily inspired from anime, but it kind of feels like old school anime instead of new school. So I really enjoy the overall animation and the anime style and the atmosphere, but I also really enjoy the way it all flows and the way the battle system looks. Everything looks really well done. Also, the gameplay is really solid. It's turn-based, so let's tell you that right now. Some people just do not like that gameplay style. However, there's this overcharge system that kind of lets you like store bonus mana points in a way. So when you do a regular attack, you get these points, which you can then use like specials and mana attacks with it, and it doesn't take away your regular mana. I thought this was really cool, and you can unleash some really cool combos because each attack does something, usually more than just hurt the enemy, and so that's really cool to kind of switch it on and off. And there's enough characters in this game to really make the gameplay interesting throughout in terms of the mixing up the different attacks together. Also, the last really good thing in this game is that it's really big. The scale is actually pretty impressive. It's like a 25+ hour game easy, and even more hours when you want to go back and do like New Game Plus, or if you just want to go back and do the dungeons that you previously beat it, you can now go and play them on a higher difficulty and gain new loot and so much more. So the entire game definitely gives you a lot of extras to do, and in terms of the length, this game does not fail in that section. The bad really is the story is really plain and boring. It's just the characters, while they're fun, they're not memorable at all. Memorable, Jesus. The dialogue is really cliched, and it's really easy to kind of just slip through most of these cutscenes because it's just the standard talking and a couple little jokes here and there, and then at the end they give you a quest. It's just, there's no life to this story, to be honest. It's the weakest part of the game. But also, let's talk about the battle system. And while it's fun, I gotta say one of the major things I noticed after a few hours of playing is it's slow. The turn-based games need kind of like a speed-up option to keep it from getting really boring, and this offers pretty much none. On top of that, while the battle system is fun at times, the grinding in this game can be a bit too much. It gets to a point where you just have to fight the same freaking enemies with a slower battle system than should be, and it just gets to the point where you're like, I want to skip this so bad, but you really can't because this game will not let you without grinding some. I heard they're going to fix this in the future, but as a release, definitely in the later half of this game, this becomes annoying.
Which final man that ain't got time to shake your hand? Get that side check, put it in pockets till I get back. Going downtown.
Overall, I thought this game was pretty solid. It's fun, but not like brand new. It's a perfect in-between other, you know, like game titles out there. It's just no offense to the creators. It is very unique. It's enough to give it a try for sure, and I do agree that it's like a good, solid title that you can enjoy for a few hours. I just recommend like renting it, or if you're gonna buy it, it's only $30 at full price, so it's not bad. If you really like this anime style and you really love turn-based, you might want to just buy it for that cheap. But I'm gonna be honest, it's nothing groundbreaking, and in a way I think it could have been if it did a little bit more with its battle system and made it quicker and gave us a better story. So as it stands, I think it's a good title. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I just wish it was just a slightly better, but for now, that's good enough.